Welcome back, Bloodsuckers, to more Blood Omen. Today with me, again, are Thor,
Hey.
the Games Librarian,
I did.
and the Games Guild.
Well met.
So today we are going searching for the Oracle. And I teleported us back to this... At point? I forget what these things are called. Essentially our fast travel points. Because it will be a lot quicker coming here to head out towards the Oracle.
Could just call them singles.
That sounds a lot more long and complicated.
Oh, I think it was Beacon, wasn't it?
I cannot remember right now, and it'll bug me when I do remember later. I'll be like, ah, damn it, that's what it was called. Yep, and this does require the wolf. Actually, I probably could have used... No, we don't have that yet. Never mind. I mentioned before, there's something else we're going to get next video that'll allow us to walk over water. Which is pretty fucking sweet.
Unlike me, who just walks over it anyway.
Yep.
I know I said this in one of the previous Let's Plays that I did, or previous videos, I don't know, but the whole lore idea of vampires in this universe being completely weak to water and, like, killing them if they were to be immersed in it, it just didn't sit right with me.
No.
Makes no sense considering water is literally everywhere. It's in the bloody drinks, it's in rain, it's in the snow, it's in the water vapor in the air. It's literally everywhere.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense.
Walking on snow don't seem to affect him.
Maybe it's the
Ice.
density and the consistency of it that affects it. I don't know.
I think we got an upgrade that allowed the snow to not hurt us, or it was rain that doesn't hurt us anymore. I forget.
I think it was rain, if I remember right.
Well, snow is just frozen rain, so we'll just go with that. But then if the rain's not hurting him, then why would water hurt him? Because it's the same damn thing. I didn't hear him say it when we were doing this, but he mentions ice. And he's right. I don't think walking over ice hurts Kain. Yeah, so all that to say, yeah, I agree with you. That's just a really odd mechanic to have vampires weak to water.
It's like a video game trope where things are weak to water anyway, just because the sake of having a hazard.
Yeah.
And I guess this game wanted that, but also tried to explain it at the same time.
The human mind is a fragile thing. One minor shock properly timed can render them catatonic and ripe for feeding.
I will probably not ever use that.
I was gonna say, like, why would you waste magic just to get them to be in the same state as your mace could get them?
Right. I'd rather just use that. The mace is actually pretty good, so...
Yeah. And plus, you've also got a new weapon to show off, haven't you?
That's right, we have the axes, which are used to cut down trees, as well as, of course, killing enemies. But you can't use magic when you use that.
Oh, you can cut down trees.
Yeah, there are trees that'll get in your way, and you can use that to get through them.
Bit like the rocks.
Yeah, we'll see that next video for sure. Probably this one. I can't remember. Definitely next video.
In the meantime, me and Thor have actually, I don't know if we've told you guys this, but we've actually discovered a way to play another medieval co-op game in a medieval RPG.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. What's it called?
And it's actually quite easy to do, thankfully, or at least they've made it easy.
Icewind Dale.
Okay.
Enhanced edition.
Ooh.
Yep.
Is this one of these games you've got for free somehow? Free game?
No comment. No comment, mate.
Right. Well, you're not going to be identified on there. Even if they were to track the IP address for this video, it would come to me, not you. So you're good.
Still, I don't want to put you through that either. So,
I appreciate that.
But yes, for the most part, there is a way that me and Thor, well, because considering that Icewind Dale has several versions of it now, there is actually a remastered version that they released, which is essentially the same game, just with the Icewind Dale 2 engine. But this was released, I can't remember, was it 2014? I mean, this is a game that's as old as 2000.
Oh, wow.
By Black Isle Studios, the same guys behind Fallout 1 and 2, and Dark Alliance 1 and 2.
Okay.
And another game as well, I forget.
Huh?
But yeah,
New Vegas?
they basically made it very easy to...
All-out tactics.
Oh.
No.
And this is the perfect time to be going over this too, because all we're doing is going through caves. I'm really not a fan.
Oh, of course, the
that's cool.
slime enemies. Hey.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of
slime.
this section of the game. Like, we're just going in and out of caves till we get where we're going, so... Yeah, that's pretty sweet. I'd love to play an RPG, a medieval type game.
There's plenty out there, but because the problem is they're all pretty much the same.
The blood of ages flows so sweet. Come, drink from us. The snow will do you no harm.
Well, there you go. Now we got the upgrade so the snow doesn't hurt us.
I don't think it was hurting you anyway.
No, I don't think so either. That could have been the cheats I'm using, though.
Ah.
It's hard to say. We'll know more whenever Joe streams this for us. And we see all the fail.
Don't worry, that day will come again once I'm officially moved in at my current significant other's place.
Okay.
Shall we say?
Sweet.
Yep, and that's not gonna happen until hopefully a couple of weeks' time now, because I've just got to get rid of all my furniture.
Yeah.
High upon the face of these cliffs, hidden amongst the complex network of caves, the underground sanctity of the wise Oracle of Nosgoth lay sleeping. Perhaps it was time to brave the winds and seek out this oracle from the vantage point of the heavens.
Oh, little vampire, the game grows interesting. But with so many pawns, can you find the true player?
Yep, more just running around these caves.
What the hell are those things?
Angry spirits.
Probably. That's right, I don't know if I've talked about that in this LP so far. You mentioned it once. The people that you kill come back as spirits, and you can kill those spirits and get magic instead of blood. Bit late in the LP to be explaining that, but it is a thing.
Indeed.
Which is, at the very least, interesting. I don't know if it's good or bad, but it's interesting.
Odd. This armor resembled that of the ward and his minions, yet the steel seemed newly fashioned and untarnished by time.
Although this land doesn't seem to have any shortage of people to take out.
People, monsters, everything to kill.
Yeah, there's a ton of monsters in this game. Oh, just wait till later. At some point during this LP, we're going to go through an area that's quite interesting. I think that's going to be video 9.
Ah.
We will get there. Oh yeah, Chris, you're going to get so lost whenever you play this section, I have a feeling.
I'll figure it out.
Oh, I'm sure you will, but you're going to get lost. I mean, I got lost, and I was following my own old LP. All this to meet a damn oracle.
They definitely like to stretch it out on all parts to go anywhere in this game, don't they?
Yep, again, that's part of why I'm using the cheats, just to make this go by faster.
Although I will say that was a nice slow-mo kill.
Are those
Nice
Too
time.
much
werewolves
on
or,
the screen.
are those werewolves or demons? I can't tell.
Probably demons of some kind. I don't know if they have werewolves in this series.
They've got stretchy arms.
Ah, the Stretch Armstrongs.
God, I remember that toy.
They look like horse people.
In these old graphics, you never can tell what they were intended to be.
Unless
You
you
need
can
to-
get a look at the concept art.
I was going to say, you need to load up character art or something.
Ah.
Or the wiki, that'll tell you what they are.
Ah,
Yes,
fair
I did
point.
notice that they had hooves, but it wasn't. It's not like a centaur that you're thinking. It's probably like a Baphomet.
Oh no, it's not a centaur. It just looks like it got horse heads.
Huh?
I'm probably wrong, but you know.
So that's like the opposite of a centaur. A horse head and a person body.
Yeah, it's the other way around.
That would be an interesting universe where you have centaurs and you have anti-centaurs or whatever you want to call them.
Antar.
Well, there was that joke in Red Dwarf when Cat was talking about a mermaid that he'd fallen in love with, and for some reason it was a woman's body with a fish head.
Nice.
Yeah, it says, why would you want it the other way around?
Yeah.
I wonder if there is a way in Duck Station to improve this performance.
Probably. There's a load of settings in Duck Station.
Yeah. I might have to look into that a little bit, because...
I know it's off topic, but like the PS2 one's got a similar architecture to Duck Station, and
yeah, it does.
when I did Battlestar Galactica, I did fiddle with some settings to make it look a little bit nicer.
Oh, sweet.
So I'd imagine Duck Station has something similar.
Well, mainly just the performance, like all the slowdown that we get.
Yeah, is it running at 60 frames or 50 frames?
Don't know.
No shortage of monster varieties or enemy varieties in this game, that's for damn sure.
Yeah, that's, again, why I'm glad you guys are on these videos, because it makes commentating over these things a whole lot easier when you guys are on.
Yeah, that was funny though. You were fighting the horse dude, and the guy diagonal from him melted
Nice.
before the horse dude.
I can definitely see why, you know, you needed us on here. I mean, at the very least, yeah, I can definitely get bored. Looking at this, I'm definitely gonna get bored in these parts very quickly.
Oh, I hate this section.
I mean, there was just always that nagging feeling, because I'd seen a little bit of gameplay of Blood Omen 1.
Yeah.
And I always thought to myself, why didn't I start with that on my channel? And then every time I look back, it literally reminds me.
Yeah.
This is why.
Absolutely. This. Right here. And I don't know this game well enough to know if there was a quicker way I could go to get to where I'm going. And I probably could have cut some of this, but I didn't.
There's
But then
been
it's like,
multiple
it's not your fault.
caves.
It's not your job to cut it.
True.
Because you're just showing the genuine gameplay of what you have to go through.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, this should have significantly been trimmed down by the designers.
Yeah, it really should have been.
This is
Why
just
did they even need this at
unnecessary
all?
padding.
You're just visiting an oracle, for God's sake.
Yeah,
Yep.
Why did you
padding.
need to go for a death trap dungeon? Or ice
Padding.
cave in order to just get to him?
Yeah, and I can understand, okay, we want to level, we want to have traps and whatnot, but did it need to be this long and repetitive and just go in this cave, go out this cave, go back in this cave and out that cave? Yeah, I hate this area and run into spikes a lot there.
If it's also a nagging feeling that reminds you of what your brain is doing and why you're doing it.
Yeah.
It's like, why are we playing this game again if it's just literally going through the same sort of formula of every other dungeon that you've gone through?
Yeah.
It's not just making you feel crap about playing this particular part, it's also reminding you that all the other freaking things looks the same. All the
Yeah.
other dungeons that you've gone through look the same, and it's like, you've kind of just reminded me how crap this game can be.
Yeah.
When my brain has literally switched off and I'm not realizing it.
That's about where I was when I was playing this. It was pretty bad, that's for sure. And that's why I really want a remake of this game. I just don't think they would do it right. But then again, they didn't do the original right, so...
I was going to say, who would at this point? Because I don't trust Square Enix.
Yeah. I don't either. I know there was a fan project about 10, 15 years ago that were trying to remake it, but I'm guessing somebody put the kibosh to that real quick. Which is a damn shame.
A lot of fan projects get the kibosh on it.
Yeah, they really do. But if the studio isn't going to do anything with those projects anyways, fuck it, let them do it. I could see not wanting them to sell it, but if they just want to make it, just let them.
As far as I'm concerned, there should be a law passed that whenever a studio holds onto a intellectual property for far too long, like they should only get like a max, I think, of a few years, like say 3 at most, if they haven't done anything with the IP.
Hidden amidst the many obscure artifacts in that museum, I discovered an ancient chronicle. This passage caught my eye. It was during these dark times, infested with the plague of the undead, that the Circle brought the Seraphan to existence. Trained to be devoutly loyal to the Circle and the perfect exterminators of the undead scourge, they were led to many victories by the righteous paladin, Malek. They cleansed the vampires with fire and released their souls to more blessed realms. There is no wrath as terrible as that of the righteous. I'd read enough. At once, disgusted and intrigued, I placed the book back down in that museum. A guillotine, its blade still wet with blood. The shield was newly crafted. Its metal shone brightly in the firelight. The crest I did not recognize. I recognized this crest from my youth. 'Tis the sigil of the mighty lion of Willendorf, blood-stained and rusted upon this battered shield.
I feel like there's one more thing. Maybe not.
There was a corpse.
Oops.
A nobleman, seeking wisdom. Death has taught you well.
Enough philosophy. I seek answers.
Answers indeed. I have them all if you have the questions. And what are the questions for these answers? King Atmar, the only hope to defeat the legions of the Nemesis. King Atmar, paralyzed by his princess's malaise. King Atmar, the useless. Pray, good sir, what are the questions?
A pox upon your tricks and babble, old man. Answer me this. Who is Malek, and how can I defeat him?
All in time, Sirrah. Yes, time. Unless you master it, it will master you. And now it's time for your answer. Malek, defender of the Nine, and last of the Seraphim sorcerer priests. His vanity led to the slaughter of the Circle at the hands of the vampire Vorador. For his failing, his spirit was fused to a hellish set of magical armor. He has allowed no member of the Circle to fall since.
What of this Vorador?
Follow the glow of the Ignis Fatuus to the Termagant Forest.
Ignis Fatuus?
The Ignis Fatuus lights the path to hell, nobleman. Your path. Time, Kain? Next time.
Okay, there's a lot to say about that cutscene. One, interesting that he keeps talking about time, considering we know there's a guardian for the Pillar of Time.
Through this magic I can stop my enemies in their tracks. Frozen in time, they can do nothing to hinder their own doom. Sometimes I draw out their fate, for the added fear sweetens their blood.
2, that is not why Malek failed the Circle. Again, we will find out later, and I'm not spoiling it now. But it is interesting, the Oracle there being the one to tell those lies about why Malek failed the Circle. To say the least. And I want to go on a rant about game companies holding onto their licenses, which Joe was starting to talk about before, but now it's time to end the video. So thank you very much for watching, and we will see y'all next time. Get the out of here, dick.
Godspeed.
With more Blood Omen.
Good day.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.